I was halfway through cutting a pineapple when the handle gave out, and that moment sent me down a path of figuring out a better way to rebuild a knife you've trusted for decades. So instead of throwing it away, I took a closer look and realized I could make a new handle from simple PVC pipe. You might be surprised by how strong and comfortable it can be once you shape it the right way. You start by taking two long PVC pipes and marking a straight line down each one. You lock the pipe into a vise so it stays steady, then follow the line with a cutting wheel until both pipes open cleanly. Now, you take a ruler and mark 4 sections each about 5 inches long. You cut along those marks and end up with 4 equal pieces. To shape them, you warm each piece with a heat gun until the plastic softens. Once it does, you press it flat on a solid surface and let it cool. When you finish all 4, you have 4 sturdy PVC plates ready to turn into a custom knife handle. Now that you have 4 flat PVC pieces, you smooth each one with sandpaper. You take your time here, because a clean surface helps the glue bond better. Once the plastic feels even and the edges look right, you line up all 4 pieces so they stack neatly. You apply PVC glue between each layer and press them together until the block feels solid. To keep everything tight, while the glue sets, you place the stack between 2 small wooden boards and clamp it in a vise. This pressure helps the layers fuse into one strong piece of material. After a little time in the vise, you end up with a single PVC block that's firm, clean, and ready to be shaped into a new handle. Tell me where you're watching from. I always enjoy seeing the different cities and states you're tuning in from. with the PVC block ready, you place the knife tang on top and mark the outline so the fit will be snug. You cut the block into 2 equal halves, then set the tang between them to check the spacing. Once everything lines up, you mark 3 spots where the screws will pass through the handle and lock into the steel. You take a drill with a bit that matches the screw size and drill straight through each mark. These holes give you solid anchor points and make sure the handle will stay tight and secure when you put the knife back together. Now, you bring the handle together. You take an old metal clothes hanger and cut it into 3 short pieces. These pieces act like solid pins to lock the PVC scales to the knife tang. You place the 2 PVC halves on each side of the tang line up the holes you drilled earlier and slide each metal pin into place. With everything aligned, you tap the pins gently with a hammer so they seat tight and hold the handle firm. Once the pins are secure, you move on to shaping. You take a grinder and a file and work around the edges of the PVC. Blending it to match the tang and removing any sharp corners. You keep shaping until the handle feels smooth in your hand and the knife sits right again. This step takes a little patience, but it brings the whole project together and gives the knife a clean, solid feel. With the shaping done, you rinse the knife to wash off the dust and plastic shavings. When the handle is clean and dry, you spread a small amount of toothpaste across the PVC. You rub it in with a soft cloth to smooth the surface and bring out a clean, even finish. The mild abrasive in the toothpaste helps remove fine scratches and gives the handle a polished look. After a quick wipe, the PVC feels smooth, looks brighter, and the whole knife feels ready for everyday use again. And just like that, you've rebuilt a knife handle that feels solid, balanced, and ready for years of work. It started with a broken grip in the middle of cutting a pineapple, and now you've turned simple PVC into a strong, comfortable handle that brings the knife back to life. Projects like this remind you that a little patience and a few basic tools can save the things you've trusted for decades. If you enjoy practical fixes like this, stay with me. Hit subscribe and turn on the notifications so you never miss the next project. Your support helps me keep sharing ideas that make your shop time more satisfying.